A classic Catalan opening emerges in 22nd Bangkok Chess Club Open 2025 Round 5, setting the stage for an intriguing battle. On d4. Knight f6. On c4. On e6 we are now in the Catalan opening. On g3. Bishop b4 check. Bishop d2. Threatening bishop takes b4. On a5 played by Kamalsyah. Bishop g2. On d6. Knight f3. King castled kingside. King castled kingside. Chan considers playing. Bishop c1. On a4. On a3. Bishop a5. Queen takes a4 and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop takes d2 played by Kamalsyah. Queen takes d2. Queen e7. Knight c3. On e5. On takes e5. On takes e5. Rook a d1. On c6. Queen d6. Threatening queen takes e7. Queen takes d6 played by Kamalsyah. Rook takes d6. Rook e8. Rook fd1. Chan is looking to play. Rook d8. King f8. Knight takes e5 and establish a winning position. Bishop g4 played by Kamalsyah. On h3. Threatening pawn takes g4. Bishop takes f3 played by Kamalsyah. Bishop takes f3. Knight a6. Knight a4. King f8. Knight b6. It is novelty move. Threatening knight takes a8. Rook a b8 played by Kamalsyah. On g4. Chan wants to play. On g5. On e4. Bishop g2. Knight h5. Knight d7 check. King e7. Knight takes b8 and increase their advantage significantly. On h6 played by Kamalsyah. On h4. Chan wants to play. On g5. On takes g5. On takes g5. Knight h7. Knight d7 check. King e7. On g6 and establish a winning position. Knight c5 played by Kamalsyah. Kamalsyah is preparing to play. On e4. Bishop g2. Knight takes g4 and establish a winning position. On g5 played by Chan. Threatening pawn takes f6. On takes g5 played by Kamalsyah. On takes g5. Knight fe4. Threatening knight takes d6. Bishop takes e4 played by Chan. Knight takes e4. Knight d7 check. King e7. Kamalsyah's idea is to play. Knight takes d6. Knight takes e5. King e6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook 6 d3 played by Chan. Threatening knight takes b8. Rook b d8 played by Kamalsyah. On g6. Threatening pawn takes f7. On f6 played by Kamalsyah. King g2. On b5. Threatening pawn takes c4. On takes b5 played by Chan. On takes b5. On f3. Threatening pawn takes e4. Knight g5 played by Kamalsyah. Knight b6. Chan is planning to play. Knight d5 check. King f8. Rook h1 and seize the initiative. Rook takes d3 played by Kamalsyah. Rook takes d3. Rook b8. Knight d5 check. King e6. On e4 take a moment to spot the best move for Kamalsyah. On f5 is the correct move because Knight c7 check. King f6. Knight d5 check. King e6. Knight c7 check. King f6 position is equal. Let's proceed to the main game. On e4. Rook c8 loses position played by Kamalsyah. Knight e3. King e7. Knight f5 check. King f8. Rook d7. Rook c2 check. King g3. Threatening rook d8 mate. Knight e6 played by Kamalsyah. Rook f7 check. King g8. Rook e7 time to think, find the best continuation for Kamalsyah. King f8 is a strong choice, since Rook takes e6. Rook c1. King h2. Rook c7. King h3. On a4 still Kamalsyah is losing. Let's analyze the main game. Rook e7. Chan is preparing to play. Rook e8 check. Knight f8. Knight e7 check. King h8. Rook takes f8 mate and seize the initiative. Knight f8 slightly worse move played by Kamalsyah. Rook e8. Chan considers playing. Knight e7 check. King h8. Rook takes f8 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook c7 played by Kamalsyah. Knight e7 check. Rook takes e7. Rook takes e7. Knight takes g6. Rook a7. Kamalsyah had no choice but to throw in the towel.